Right, I'm here with Callum Johnson. Tough fight tonight. Talk me through it.
Yeah, man, it was awkward. He would not stand still, would he? I was trying to force a fight. And to be fair to him, he picked some nice shots. But I think the Manchester Marathon's tomorrow, so I think he was in the wrong place, in the wrong city.
He definitely moved around non-stop. He looked like he could maybe go for another 10 rounds at the end of it. Did you know much about him before tonight? Were you expecting a bit of a mover or not?
I didn't know anything about him, to be honest. Like, say, I had change of opponent and like 2 or 3 different names, but we knew he was going to get rounds, and that was a good thing anyway. But like I say, when someone's moving that much, it's hard, isn't it, to get the shots off that you want, and he did not want to exchange, but fair play to him, he got through the 10 rounds, and it's the first time I've ever done 10 rounds, so that's a plus.
Was there anything he was doing in terms of the shots he was throwing that worried you, or was it just trying to get him to stand still for a second?
That's it, just getting to stand still. He didn't actually punch that hard. I've got a few marks, as you can see, but I think he had clashed a few times and a few elbows, but he didn't really punch that hard, but he just would not stand still. Every time I set, he was gone. For what can I say, he was a good mover.
Yeah, so you touched on it there. You said you wanted to get some rounds in. Obviously, in the last fight, 2 rounds, over 10 rounds tonight, banked, hard fight. What's the plan now? Is it Christmas off and make a plan for next year?
We'll see. I mean, I've got no injuries apart from obviously my eye. But like I say, I'll be straight back in the gym next week and go from there and see where we are. My hands are fine. Everything's fine.
We spoke obviously at the press conference about the world title still being the big dream for you. What, in terms of activity now, when you look in next year, how many fights are you looking to get in a year? What are you looking to do with your career now?
I'd like 4. I'd like another one in December if it can happen. See how the eye heals up and go. But I'd like 4 next year. I mean, I ain't got time to mess around and wait about. And like I say, I'm active now, which I'm happy about. But you say it's still 6 months from the last one. No fault of anybody's other than obviously I had a little injury. But this will good 10 rounds. It'll get me moving now and it'll switch me on, and you'll see a better version of me next time.
Coming out of that fight now, is there anything you want to go away and work on that you think in there you could have done better, or do you just put it down to, like you say, the fact that he was so mobile?
Bit of both, I think. I think maybe try and set a few more traps. But to be honest, every single time I feinted and moved, he was gone. He would not stand still. He was hard to pin down.
I'm going to let you go in a minute, mate, but anyone you want to say thank you to, anything, final messages?
Thank you to everybody. Joe, obviously, it's all publicised from last year. Joe worked endlessly to get me with Frank, get me a nice deal and get me active again, and without this man, my boxing career would probably be over, so a massive thank to Joe more than anybody. And then obviously all my sponsors are all on the back there. The Iceman, Ollie, the photographer. Thanks to everyone, thanks to Frank, his team, thanks to everyone, BT, everyone.
Well done, mate, and we'll see you soon. Nice one.